Hey guys, it's Jen at the Wellhouse Project, and I wanted to talk to you about something that has been occurring for me that is going on right now and you may be experiencing. And that is that I've had these times when I'm just on a high. I'm like buzzing, my heart's lit up, I know I'm on the right path, everything feels amazing. And then it's like I crash. And then it's like, excuse me. Then it's like something like the ego mind takes over briefly, and it's not a total crash because I can still feel like I'm buzzing. I can still feel almost ungrounded, like I'm on a high, but there's this weird like spinning of the ego mind, right? Like it gets involved and it starts picking it apart and trying to figure things out and trying to plan and how is this going to work? And um it's bizarre, but I described it as, sort of crashing out, sort of it's sort of like you're on this high and then you come down, but it's not, but like I said, it's not a total coming down. It's really bizarre. But I was talking to my healer, my coach. She kind of fulfills multiple avenues for me, but about that today, and she was saying, well, really, it's normal right now. This is a very normal thing that's happening right now, and it's sort of this recalibration that's happening right now, and you'll see, as I have been seeing, that ticking mind is really bizarre, and I can feel like I'm in this state, like I'm buzzing, like I'm just buzzing, like I'm almost feel like, this state of like high, being high or something weird like that, of not fully in your body, just very light and feeling really good, but then the mind starts ticking and talking, and you know there's this bizarre disconnection, and she was saying it even feels like you're mentally like not fully there, and that's exactly what I was experiencing. Is I was talking to a neighbor, and he was asking me about my schedule, and I couldn't even I couldn't even remember what was on my schedule at all. I just blanked, and it was this weird buzzing state, but yet it was indescribable. But what you might be experiencing is like this high, and then the chattery mind, but still kind of that high, that excited high, and the heart centered stuff. And it's really, I experienced it again today for a while, and it's just interesting and bizarre. It's sort of like everything feels amazing, everything feels on path, and everything feels great, and then the mind starts going. But it is this recalibration. We are taking that high that we're feeling, is going to be our permanent normal very soon. We're not, that's what's recalibrating right now. That's going to be our permanent normal, happy place. And it's not going to feel disconnected. It's not going to feel mentally not there. Like it's felt a little disconnected at times for me. And that's all going to align. But it's sort of like the ego is going to, not always, I don't want you to expect it. If it's not happening for you, it's not happening for you, and that's good. But sometimes the ego is going to fight harder as this recalibration is taking place, as it's sort of losing its control, right? As it's really losing control. And so just be patient with that and understand that that is not a permanent thing, that we are recalibrating, and just kind of notice it all, right? Be the observer, and don't let the mind do its spinny, chattery stuff, but also don't get totally, you know, upset and worried and freaked out if it is doing that, because it is, as I've seen in the past, like the more you are aligning, and coming into that divine inner union, the more the ego mind will fight at times. Not always, so don't expect it, but certainly if it happens, don't freak out, and you'll see it strangely coexisting with this higher vibrational energy that's within you. Your heart lighting up, your heart is leading, and it's still chattering. It's really interesting because I've never experienced kind of both at the same time, but it's sort of both. And so just be patient with this recalibration process that's happening, and be aware, and don't worry about it. I was even talking to her about the fact that, is this something I should be proactively navigating out of? And she said, awareness, just like you always have awareness, um, navigate out when you can, but also don't worry about it. Like, it's happening very naturally. You don't want to go back into the spin, right? You don't want to go into the fear mind spin. So if and we're all observing it. If you're watching this and you've watched it for this long, we're all observing it really well at this point. We're really becoming the observer. We're really aware of what's going on. And if you are, you're not letting it spin. So there's no concern. So just, find as much peace as you can, take some time for self-care, finding your center, finding some peace, sitting in quiet, going for a walk, whatever does it for you, whatever helps you. And just know that this is a very natural process that's happening for us right now, and you don't have to try and manage it too much. Like, you can be the overseer, mostly be the observer, but it's happening naturally, and we're on our way to feeling that happy in the heart, buzzing feeling, connected to our divine intelligence all the time. So know that. It's very exciting. I hope that helps. So much love to you.